Ladies and dudes, you are not going to believe this. I had finally found another Liam Neeson film at long last. The one that I haven't seen from last year. That's for sure. And the best part about this great underrated film that I truly loved the most, it really did take place in the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson's home of Northern Ireland. It is truly an awe for me. That's for sure. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. This is my review for today. And today I finally found another movie review at long last. Another film that featured the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson. And you'll find out the reason why that the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson deserves to be the king of all underrated films. Besides, he made so many great films that's pretty darn underrated to me. Except for Taken 3 and Third Person. They're my least favorite films that he have ever made. And I can't count Batman Begins as a film, since he only showed up at the beginning and the near end of it. That sucks. Big time. But I think I'd rather prefer a film where he's there in full-fledged and he doesn't fool around, or a storyline of a character that's kind of messed up in so many ways. So I'd rather have a storyline that's perfectly well done and very well told. And also, it took place in Northern Ireland, his famous hometown. So for my next movie review is In the Land of Saints and Sinners. And yeah, he's carrying a rifle. That's for sure. And yes, it is another underrated film indeed. And it's rated R. But at least it's a good rated R movie. That's for sure. And I guess everybody wants to know what's my main thoughts about this film right now. So, let's not waste any further. So, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's go on ahead and do my next movie review of In the Land of Saints and Sinners. Okay, let's see. What the heck I want to say about the main plot of the story? Yeah, it took place in Northern Ireland in the year of 1974. There is a really cool Irish dude named Finbar Murphy. I think that's his name, Finbar Murphy, or maybe I should call him Mr. Murphy for short. Okay, it's a story about a man named Mr. Murphy who is doing his job of finding some people here and there. He kidnaps them for some unknown reason and just took them to their graves so he could plan out some type of garden where he can let the things grow and all that stuff. And yeah, let's just say he had enough of killing people here and there in Northern Ireland, so he decided to retire and gave up on the life that he left behind, and he wants to start a normal life and have a brand new chapter for himself. Like, he wants to do some gardening here and there, if he wants to plant some food, or maybe some flowers, or spend time with a sweet neighbor that he knew who can be his love interest in some ways, maybe, and spending time with a little girl who's so sweet and kind, but yet she got beat up by an awful man who treated her so badly And he likes to go out to the bar, spend time with some people, and have a good time, or, drinking beer and all that stuff. And everything was okay so far in his life, but not until there's a brand new threat on the loose. There's this lady who, she and her group did some type of crime that they committed in Northern Ireland, something that took place in the beginning of the film, and she's going to go outrage and mad, and she's going to do something terrible in the land of Northern Ireland. That'll be way too hard for me to explain. So anyway, that's my whole entire plot of In the Land of Saints and Sinners. And I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie? Another good underrated film that featured the great and mighty Liam Neeson. Well, to tell you the truth, ladies and dudes, I really did enjoy this movie. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing about the main plot of the story is Mr. Murphy has a cat. Yeah, a sweet cat that we only knew for a short period of time for only 6 or 7 scenes in the movie. So, there we go. So yes, I did enjoy this movie from start to finish. And this is another good film that did take place in Northern Ireland. I know there are some movies here or there that did take place in Northern Ireland, like John Wayne's movie called The Quiet Man. And I remember I saw bits and pieces of it years ago on TV, just the beginning and some around the near middle of it. And yes, it is true that Mr. Wayne is an Irish dude, and he does live in Northern Ireland many years ago. Well, hard for me to explain. And yeah, an interesting fun fact is the great and mighty Liam Neeson is a big fan of John Wayne, and maybe that's how he got his ideas of some of the characters here and there who's kind of like John Wayne in some ways. That's for sure. But anyway, I really did enjoy this film from start to finish. It is a very good, mind-blowing film indeed. I do enjoy the storyline for the most part. The characters are likable. I really do enjoy the characters, to tell you the truth. I had so much fun with a couple of them here or there, but there's only one character I do care about who's truly the one that did steal the show for me. I'll tell you about that character in a moment. It had a really good score. It has good casting. I will say the best part I love about this movie that really did blow me away the most is the sceneries and highlight moments of Northern Ireland. Seriously. That's the one that blew me away the most about this film. So anyway, I will go on to my strongest points and the weakest points of In the Land of Saints and Sinners. There's only one good strongest point I really do care about this movie, and one good strongest point only. And I gotta cut this nice and short for all. It's the sceneries and the highlight moments of Northern. Strike that, reverse it. The best, strongest point about this movie is the sceneries and highlight moments that did take place in Northern Ireland. The great and mighty Liam Neeson's home. It just blew my mind. It is one of the most beautiful places in the whole wide world. It just gives me an awe feeling to it. I can understand why that the great and mighty Liam Neeson really loves his home country very darn much for all of his life. And the reason why he's such a big fan of that wonderful place. The water, the grass, the trees, some areas that took place in a couple of buildings here and there. It just superly wowed me. Well, tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I would love to go to Northern Ireland. And I would love to see that beautiful place myself. But the problem is, ladies and dudes, I'm stuck here in Virginia. And I don't have the money for it. I don't have enough money to go to a wonderful place that I have never been before. I would love to go there. One day. Yeah, that's for sure. So, that's it. My strongest point in the movie is the scenery and the highlight moments of Northern Ireland. A very lovely hometown that belongs to all the great Irish people out there who lives in that beautiful place, even for the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson. I will say for my weakest point in the movie is there was a few parts here and there where the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson smokes a pipe. I'm not comfortable seeing him smoking a pipe. I wish they should be concerned about his health first. Yeah, I don't want him to get sick. And I don't want his liver, lungs, or anywhere else in his body that will give him a bad health or something like that. I wish those people should have known better. I don't know why they never learned their lessons yet. About safety must come first to actors and actresses who will be part of in a film that doesn't involve smoking. Yeah, that's for sure. That's not a good thing at all. Please, no more smoking tobacco things in a film, even for the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson. For now on, just give him a frickin' toothpick in a film. He's a toothpick lover, not a tobacco lover. Please remember that, ladies and dudes. Please remember that. So yeah, I will say my weakest point in the movie is seeing the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson's character smoking a pipe. If I remember right, I think he did like 5 or 6 times in the film. Yeah, you get the picture. And now let's go on to the characters. I'll say Liam Neeson's character is pretty darn cool in the film. Since he has a good storyline, great personality, and attitude. Let's see. Hold on a minute. I do like the main villain of the movie. At least she's pretty darn interesting for the most part, and I can understand her pain and sorrow in the film, and I do like her Irish accent. That's pretty darn cool. But I will say the best character in the whole entire movie for me is this young man right here, played by an actor I really don't know of. You know, Mr. Murphy's right-hand man. I mean, I love this character so darn much, and I will say he did steal the show for me, you know, from start to finish. I really like his storyline, his personality, and attitude. He's a great partner in crime for Liam Neeson's character. He's really fun to watch, and he has a couple funny dialogues here and there that makes me laugh. So yeah, I really love this guy overall. I just can't remember that dude's name. Hard for me to say, but he's very enjoyable to watch. That's for sure. Oh yeah, I guess you want to know what I think about the actor who played the police officer. I will say he's a pretty good character too, and he's very darn enjoyable to watch. That's for sure. And I better go ahead and get going. The sun is coming up and I gotta get ready to go to work. So here's my final thoughts of In the Land of Saints and Sinners. Overall, In the Land of Saints and Sinners, this is another great underrated film that I have ever seen so far in the great and mighty Liam Neeson's film collection. And yes, this is one of the films I do want to rewatch again and again and again and again, over 9,000. It had a very good storyline for the most part. The characters are likable. It had a really good score. And I really do like that cat in the film. Pretty darn cute indeed. And yes, it has good casting. But I will say the best part I love about this film is the scenery and highlight moments that feature Northern Ireland. And I want to pay my respects to the great and mighty Liam Neeson's home. That's for sure. So I give this film a 9 out of 10. And that's my whole entire movie review of In the Land of Saints and Sinners. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. And tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most favorite film of all time that took place in Northern Ireland? Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And I'll see you all later, and sayonara.